This video will show you how to use Big Future from College Board to explore colleges. When you initially come to the site, it might ask you to sign in. You can create a username and password. This is a free account. The benefit is that this will save your information so you can tell what colleges you've looked at in the past or save careers that are interesting. You do not need to create an account. Scroll down a bit and we'll look at the resource to find colleges. There are many different ways to explore colleges. First, if you have a particular school you're interested in, you can type that name directly in the search box. As you're typing, it will give suggestions. So, for example, University of Minnesota Duluth, and it will go directly to information on that school. If you don't know a specific college you're interested in, you can use some of the options on the left. Um, for example, what you want to do, what your majors are. For many people, the first thing we narrow down by is location. So that's what I'm going to show you. So click on location matters to me. You can type in a distance from your home zip code, though commonly what people do is search for colleges by state. Because tuition is cheaper in the state you currently live, I'm assuming that many of you are going to start by exploring colleges in Minnesota. Colleges in North and South Dakota, as well as Wisconsin, have something called reciprocity, which means they also charge you in-state tuition. For our example, let's start with Minnesota. I could do additional filters on the left if I wanted. So for example, I could select a type of school. So if I know I want a 2-year public school, I can do that. When you're done adding in the filters that you want, you're going to click on the X in the upper right corner to close my filter box. And it's going to come up with the lists that meet the criteria. So it found 31 colleges for me that are in Minnesota that are 2-year public schools. Now I'm going to look at them and see which ones interest me. I notice, oh, look, college application fee waiver available. That might be interesting. So I'm going to look at Anoka Ramsey Community College. While we're focusing on costs in this assignment, I do want you to actually look at the college and see if it's something you're considering. So for example, this is a medium size, it's 2 years. It's co-ed in a suburban setting. And oh, it's a commuter campus, which means most people don't live there. Okay. I might want to look at what things it offers. So it tells me a little bit about what kind of degrees they offer. So it looks like a lot of people do liberal arts, which is just kind of very general. They do some health professions. I can click on the All Majors tab and I can see what majors they offer. So if I know that there's something that I'm interested in, for example, biology, I would want to make sure that there's something relevant at that school. You can also find interesting information under campus life. So it will tell us the average age of students, the race and gender breakdown of the campus, as well as what percent are part-time. Visiting a college can also help you understand this information. If you found that this college is something you're interested in, then let's go ahead and look at cost by clicking on Paying. If you're looking at a school in Minnesota, Wisconsin, or the Dakotas, you can click on in-state costs. Then it tells us tuition. Okay, so tuition is how much you actually pay for your classes. Room is how much you pay for a place to live. Now, community colleges don't offer on-campus housing. So they would say if you were living off campus, you would likely spend this much on housing. But a lot of people might still live at home. Gives you an estimate for your books, what you would estimate for personal expenses, and some transportation expenses. And they base that based on where their average population lives. This would give you the idea of how much it's going to cost to attend that college. Once you fill this in, you're going to return and do this for another college. Remember, the goal is you're going to compare at least one community college and at least one four-year university. If you logged in and you want to save this college, click Add to My List. Then you can click the back arrow to go back to your search. So I went back and reset my selections to find a four-year school in Minnesota. So you would complete the same table for a total of at least 3 schools.